sciatic nerve glide or nerve flosser or nerve slider, there's a lot of names for it, but it all refers to the same thing. It's an exercise designed to give you relief from your sciatic nerve pain. The goal is to slide the nerve back and forth, which helps it calm down and rock it back and forth. Just like a baby, if you rock it, it will also go back to sleep and give you relief from your pain. But here's the main problem. When I see people demonstrate these things to me, they're making one critical mistake. When they do this, they're not going to get the results that they're looking for. They're not going to get the relief. But most importantly, there are a lot of videos. I literally just watched a video from a very popular internet physical therapist showing you a sciatic nerve glide. And what they were doing was the exact opposite. They were actually putting tension on the nerve, which if you do that, not only will it not help, but it will make your sciatic pain worse for a lot of you out there. My name is Rob Drenning. I'm a physical therapist. I'm going to show you the right way with the correct technique to do a sciatic nerve glide with several modifications to make it work for you. And more importantly, the common mistakes you need to avoid to get the relief you want and to really not aggravate that sciatic nerve pain. If you've dealt with it yourself, you know it's a bear that you do not want to poke. So let's go get into those techniques right now. Okay, I'm going to show you 2 seated techniques for a nerve glide for your sciatic nerve to start getting you relief right away. Now, we did another video on why these nerve glides work, what you should feel, what you shouldn't feel, so go check that out. I'll put a link in the description and up above here. Learn the background of these before you do the techniques. It'll just make you more successful with them. But the key to keep in mind is when you're doing any nerve glide of any kind, you want to feel no sensations whatsoever. That's really important. No pain, no tightness, tension, stretching, nothing. So with these sciatic nerve glides, no stretching sensations in the hamstring. That's really important to keep in mind. And what we're doing is we're sliding a nerve. Nerves do not like tension. So with these movements, we're creating tension from one place of the nerve and releasing it from another to create a rocking effect. So we're coordinating movements from 2 different body parts at the same time that we know will add and release tension at the same time to slide that nerve and get you pain relief. So the first one we're going to do sitting. You want to sit on something high, like I'm on a bar stool right now, sit at the end of a kitchen table, something where your feet can be off the ground so that you can bend and straighten your knees freely without having to lift your leg up actively. So right now what we're going to do, this one's called a face kicker. So what we're going to do is we're going to straighten the painful leg and I'm going to look up at the same time. These movements happen at the same time. I'm straightening the leg and looking up. And I'm only straightening this leg as far as I feel nothing. If I feel pain or stretching in my hamstring here, I'm going to back off of that with every repetition that I do. I'm going to straighten and look up at the same time. Now, if your nerve is really painful, you can relax your ankle. You can point your toe down like you're stepping on a gas pedal as you do these. That'll get you a little bit more range of movement in your leg. If you're feeling pretty good, you bend your foot up, toes up towards you, and hold that while you do it. It adds a little bit of more of a sensitizing maneuver to it, but remember, keep it pain-free. Whichever of those variations are the most comfortable for you, do that one. If you have a really irritable sciatic nerve, you can even do the face kicker on the opposite leg to generate some relief starting on the right until you can start to move that leg a little bit more freely. 20 to 30 reps, 2 to 3 times a day is sort of what you're shooting for with these. That's technique number 1, the face kicker. But let's say you've got neck pain or for some reason that just doesn't feel good to you. I'm going to show you another one you can do using 2 legs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my painful leg, I'm going to straighten it out, and I'm going to stop just below where I feel any sensations of any kind, pain or stretching. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to straighten my other leg as I bend my toes up towards me. This one's a little more of a brain exercise, kind of like rubbing your stomach and patting your head, but you're holding this knee still in a comfortable range, and I'm bending my foot on this leg towards me as I straighten my left leg out. Just like that. And I point my toe as this leg comes back, stepping on the gas pedal here. So I bend my foot and straighten the left leg. I'm holding my right knee in the same position, keeping it pain-free, just like that. You can straighten this left leg as far as you can. You can feel a stretch on the left leg, as long as it's just stretch, not pain or any sensations on the right side, on the painful side. That's important. I'm going to show you that one again because this one's a little bit confusing, I know. Straighten this painful leg. Oh, I feel a little sensation there. I'm going to back off a little and I'm going to hold that spot. Then I'm going to straighten the non-involved leg as I bend my involved ankle up. And then when this leg goes down, I'm pointing this toe, just like that. Just like that. I'm going to repeat this a few times just so you can see it and get the coordination. This one takes a little practice, but once you get it, it's another very effective technique where if you have any neck issues and you can't do the face kicker variety, it can be another alternative to use. Same reps, same frequency. Just make sure you're not feeling any sensations of any kind. Now, let's say even sitting bothers you. I'm going to show you another technique to do while you're laying down and the common mistakes that I talked about earlier. You need to know those so that you can not only get relief, but not make your pain worse. So let's get to the laying down stuff right now. Now I'm going to show you a laying down sciatic nerve glide. This one's really good if you have a really irritable, painful sciatic nerve and some of the sitting stuff that I just showed you is not very well tolerated or it hurts or you just can't get it comfortable. This is another alternative you can try. You do need a ball or something that you can roll back and forth. So I'm going to show you right now. I'm going to lay down and my painful leg is going to be up on the ball just like this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to point my toe like I'm stepping on the gas pedal, and then as I roll the ball towards me, I'm going to bend my foot up in that direction. And then I'm going to point my toe as I straighten the ball, almost like you're trying to reach for something with your toe. You're going to repeat this back and forth. Same as all the other stuff, 20 to 30 reps, 2 to 3 times a day. Whatever range is comfortable, even if it's really small movements on the ball, you can go as large as you can, but keep it pain and sensation free. This is really good if some of the other stuff is painful or uncomfortable. Okay, the mistakes, what to avoid, how not to make your sciatic pain worse. The first one is what I see people doing. This one will not make you worse most of the time, but it's not creating the sliding feature that we're really looking for to get the pain relief. So it's a laying down technique. It's a common one that we'll see, but it involves holding behind your knee, just like this, with your foot bent and pointing your toe as you straighten the knee like that. This one is not terrible. It's not going to make your symptoms worse. It's similar to the one we just saw on the ball where we're doing that, but the hip is locked, so we're only creating a sliding effect down here. If you have nerve entrapment or stuff in your calf, this one can be really good, but if it's coming from your back or your hip, it's not going to have as big of an effect for you. This one can be okay if you have a super irritable nerve and even the ball is uncomfortable, but generally speaking, it's one that's not going to get you the relief that you're looking for. But I also mentioned one that you see a lot online and that I just saw in a video. It frustrates the heck out of me, but it's going to make you worse for a lot of you out there if you do this. So I want to show you that now. This is one thing you want to avoid, especially if you have a really painful sciatica condition going on. And what you'll see sometimes is very similar to what I just showed you. You're holding behind your knee and you're bending your foot up and you're straightening back and forth. Just like that. You're not even releasing it at the ankle. That's creating tension on that whole sciatic nerve pathway. It's like having an irritable nerve that you just keep poking. Every time you tension a nerve, it cuts off the blood supply and it doesn't like it. It doesn't let it heal. So if you see videos that tell you to do this, be very, very careful doing that. I've had a lot of people just make their sciatica symptoms worse because of that. I hope that helps and gives you some guidance for what to look for, what to do, what not to do, and how to do these techniques correctly. If you want more tips for sciatica relief and how to get that bending back, then keep watching for more videos.